Welcome to Algorithmic Arguments. I'm your host, the Orchestrator. Tonight, we're diving into a question that's got everyone from Hollywood to Silicon Valley talking. Are TikTok videos replacing traditional entertainment formats? We're here to dissect this seismic shift in how we consume media, and I've assembled a panel of experts who couldn't be more uniquely qualified to tackle this topic. We've got CryptoChad, Brennan, the cryptocurrency evangelist who's always on the pulse of digital trends. Dex, Ghost, Williams brings his insights from the intersection of social justice and pop culture. Diana, Nana D. Kowalski is a Hollywood veteran with a deep understanding of traditional entertainment's past and present. And Dr. Yuki Tanaka joins us to offer a scientific perspective on how our brains are adapting to new forms of media. Over the next hour, we'll explore what this shift means for creators, consumers, and the very fabric of the entertainment industry. Let's get into it.
Look, in 5 years, we're gonna look back on this and say, wow, we were still early to the creator economy. TikTok's disrupting traditional entertainment by giving users a direct line to their audience. It's alpha for creators that can mint NFTs from their content now. We're seeing a paradigm shift here. Decentralized platforms are allowing artists to cut out middlemen like labels and studios. This is not financial advice, but I think short-form video content has staying power. Rocket money with Wing's movie camera. The $50 billion plus valuation of ByteDance isn't a fluke, it's the market betting on decentralization winning big, exploding head. We're still early in this trend. HODL on.
Chad, while TikTok's impact on the creator economy is undeniable, your assertion that it will entirely replace traditional entertainment formats may be premature.
I must respectfully disagree with the notion that TikTok videos are entirely replacing traditional entertainment formats. As someone who's spent a lifetime studying classic Hollywood and the evolution of entertainment, I can tell you that there's still a deep appetite for more substantial content. Consider the enduring popularity of cinema. Last year, global box office revenues reached $42 billion, and films like Top Gun, Maverick shattered records. This isn't merely nostalgia, it's evidence that people crave immersive experiences traditional formats provide: escapism, storytelling, and artistry in a way TikTok can't replicate. Let's not forget the cultural significance of preserving our cinematic heritage.
I'd like to propose a framework for analyzing the impact of TikTok on traditional entertainment formats. Consider the concept of attention economy, where platforms compete for users' limited attention spans. TikTok's algorithm-driven feed and bite-sized content have successfully captured a significant share of Gen Z's attention, with 71% of TikTok users reporting they use the app to discover new music or artists. This shift in attention dynamics is forcing traditional entertainment industries to adapt. Witness Netflix's foray into short-form content and the rise of vertical film formats optimized for mobile viewing. The question isn't whether TikTok will replace traditional formats, but how these established players can evolve to coexist with this new paradigm.
Let me be real with you, the game has changed. I'm not saying traditional entertainment formats are dead, but they're definitely evolving. TikTok and other social media platforms have created a new paradigm where attention is currency. People consume information and entertainment in bite-sized chunks now. I've seen young people at my mentoring program create their own content on TikTok that's raw, honest, and engaging. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. The 95% rule says we gotta look at the data. According to a recent report, TikTok users spend an average of 52 minutes per day on the app, while traditional TV viewership is down 11% in the past year alone. I'm not saying one replaces the other, but they're definitely coexisting in a way that challenges what we thought entertainment meant. Respect.
I want to zero in on a point that Dex brought up earlier. The idea that TikTok's algorithm-driven virality has created a new paradigm for entertainment discovery. He argued that this platform allows artists to bypass traditional industry gatekeepers and connect directly with audiences. While that's certainly true, I'd like to challenge the notion that this necessarily means traditional formats are being replaced. What if, instead, TikTok is simply democratizing certain aspects of the entertainment ecosystem? We're seeing a blending of lines between short-form content and long-form storytelling. Let's explore what that means for the future of entertainment.
TikTok's democratization of content creation and discovery has undoubtedly disrupted traditional entertainment industries, but let's not overlook the symbiotic relationship between these platforms. As we discuss decentralization and the creator economy, I draw parallels to classic Hollywood studio system. Even then, innovative producers adapted to new technologies and talent pools. Today's artists leverage TikTok for visibility before transitioning to more lucrative formats like film or television. Consider Olivia Rodrigo's trajectory from viral videos to chart-topping albums. Rather than replacement, we're witnessing an expanded ecosystem where short-form content serves as a pipeline for emerging creators. If traditional industries integrate elements of TikTok's accessibility and engagement strategies, think interactive experiences or immersive marketing campaigns, they can coexist in this evolving entertainment landscape. The enduring value of storytelling across formats will ultimately define their relevance.
Diana Nana Di Kowalski's mention of Olivia Rodrigo's trajectory was insightful, but let's ensure we focus on the broader implications of TikTok's impact.
Let's revisit Diana's point about preserving cinematic heritage and apply it to our discussion on TikTok's impact. I'd argue that the democratization of content creation, as Chad mentioned, has led to a proliferation of niche interests being catered to. This echoes the concept of long-tail economics in digital distribution. Think of it like a vast library where users can discover highly specialized or obscure content. For instance, TikTok's algorithm-driven feed allows for viral hits and overnight sensations that wouldn't have been possible under traditional entertainment models. However, this raises questions about sustainability. Do these fleeting moments of virality translate into lasting cultural impact? The $42 billion global box office revenue Diana mentioned suggests there's still a strong appetite for immersive experiences like cinema. The question is how TikTok can complement or challenge that.
Let's dive deeper into the data and trends that are shaping the entertainment industry. Dr. Tanaka, your analysis of viewership statistics seems like a good starting point.
Look, in 5 years, we're gonna see a completely decentralized entertainment ecosystem, and TikTok's just the beginning. I mean, think about it, the attention economy is what drives value here. Traditional entertainment formats are struggling because they're not leveraging blockchain or Web3 principles. They're stuck in old-school fiat thinking prohibited money with wings. TikTok, on the other hand, has tapped into the creator economy, giving users direct access to their favorite creators starstruck. This isn't about replacement, it's about evolution. We're still early in this space, and I believe decentralized platforms will revolutionize how we consume entertainment television. The disruption is real, but it's not a zero-sum game. Traditional formats can adapt by integrating Web3 elements, like NFTs or token-gated content unlocked. That's the alpha play here. We're just scratching the surface rocket. This is not financial advice money with wings.
Let me be real with you, the data suggests that TikTok and traditional entertainment formats are not necessarily replacing each other, but rather coexisting. As I see it, TikTok has created a new paradigm for creators to connect directly with their audience, expanding the entertainment landscape rather than contracting it. Respectfully, I'd argue that attention economies play a significant role in understanding this dynamic. Both platforms compete for users' limited attention spans. I've been where that leads, and it's clear that traditional formats are adapting to changing audience behaviors. As Frederick Douglass once said, once you learn to read, you will be forever free. In this case, the freedom lies in choice. Audiences now have more options than ever before. The 11% decline in traditional TV viewership and the 52 minutes per day on TikTok suggest a shift, but not a replacement. Let's focus on how these platforms can complement each other, rather than competing for dominance. Respect.
As a seasoned observer of classic Hollywood and the ever-changing entertainment landscape, I must say that the notion of TikTok videos completely replacing traditional entertainment formats oversimplifies the complex dynamics at play. While it's true that TikTok has disrupted the status quo, I've come to see it as an additive force rather than a replacement. The data you've presented, showing a decline in traditional TV viewership alongside increased time spent on TikTok, suggests a shift in audience preferences rather than a direct substitution. It's not merely about replacing old formats but about how new platforms like TikTok are redefining the way we consume entertainment. Traditional formats are adapting, incorporating elements of interactivity and immediacy that TikTok has popularized. Rather than an either-or scenario, I believe we're witnessing an evolution towards a more diverse and multifaceted entertainment ecosystem where various formats coexist and cater to different audience preferences.
I'd like to synthesize the key points from our discussion and offer a final reflection. While TikTok has undoubtedly disrupted traditional entertainment formats, I agree that it hasn't led to a complete replacement. Instead, we've seen an expansion of the entertainment landscape, with TikTok creating new avenues for creators to reach audiences directly. The coexistence of TikTok videos and traditional formats is driven by differing audience preferences and consumption habits. Attention economies play a crucial role in understanding this dynamic, as platforms like TikTok compete for users' limited attention spans. Ultimately, I believe that traditional formats are adapting to accommodate changing audience behaviors, such as the shift towards shorter-form content. The evolving entertainment ecosystem suggests a symbiotic relationship between TikTok and traditional formats, rather than a zero-sum game where one replaces the other.
As we wrap up this episode of Algorithmic Arguments, let's distill the most compelling moments from our exploration. The question on the table, are TikTok videos replacing traditional entertainment formats? Sparked a rich debate. Diana Kowalski's points about short-form content and its impact on attention spans stood out, particularly when she highlighted how platforms like TikTok are not replacements, but rather complementary to traditional formats. Diana Nana D. Kowalski takes the top score with 15 points for her incisive analysis of changing viewer behaviors and the adaptability of entertainment industries. Her arguments were compelling because they balanced data-driven insights with an understanding of cultural shifts. I'd like to thank our panelists, Diana, Chad, Dex, and Dr. Tanaka, for their thought-provoking contributions that elevated this discussion. To all our viewers out there, if you found today's conversation as engaging as I did, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and make sure you're notified about future episodes by ringing that notification bell. Until next time on Algorithmic Arguments, keep questioning, keep exploring, and we'll catch you in the algorithm.